Hi, I'm Tim Edgar. I'm running for Harris County School Board District 2. I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about school safety. School safety is and should always be the number one priority of the Board of Education. I was on the board at the time of the Sandy Hook shooting. After that tragedy, we asked the Georgia Department of Education to come in and conduct a safety assessment for the entire system. A comprehensive report was provided to the board. We then acted on those recommendations in that assessment. Many of the security features in place now are the result of that board action. This includes additional cameras and check-in systems at the schools, among other things. During this time, we also engaged Sheriff Jolly to provide his suggestions for improvements. If elected, one of the first things I will do is ask for the State Department of Education to send their team for a revised safety assessment. Of course, I will also call for continuing the good relationship between the system and the sheriff's team. We must continue to engage the experts and do everything we can to enhance the safety of the schools without making them prisons. I would also ask the sheriff to set up a formal routine that would bring the deputies into the schools on a regular basis to interact with the students. This should include reading to elementary students, eating lunch with students, and just passing through and being visible. This provides a benefit to the deputies of making them familiar with the schools and the daily routines, in case, heaven forbid, they need to respond to an incident. It also provides another positive role model for the students. Another topic that is in the news and generated questions is arming teachers. I believe there are many reasons that arming teachers would not be practical. However, I am not opposed to having people in the schools with a gun. But I believe anyone with a gun in the school should have at a minimum certified training in the following three areas. Number one, training in maintaining control of the weapon if attacked. We must have confidence that a person with a firearm in a school will always maintain control of that weapon, even if attacked by a larger student or attacker. Otherwise, that person is just a future victim. Number two, training in de-escalating situations. The person with a weapon should be trained to use that weapon only as a last resort and only against an armed threat. In other situations, they should be prepared to calm the situation without resorting to pulling the weapon. Number three, active shooter training. Stepping into a hallway full of children in order to face an active shooter with an AR-15 is not like firing at targets on a range. The good guy with a gun must be prepared to identify and take out the shooter. Contrary to Hollywood depictions, this is not a simple task and should not be taken lightly. Currently, there are people in schools with guns. They are resource officers, hired, trained, and under the supervision of the sheriff. If a teacher or staff member meets the training requirements I listed and wanted to carry a gun in school, I would have that discussion. But there are many practical details that would have to be worked out. I would want to have a very public discussion before we place someone with a gun other than a resource officer into a school. Obviously, this is a complex subject. There are strong feelings about this topic, so we need to continue to have the discussion about safety in the system. If you would like to talk more on the subject of safety or have other questions, call me at 706-573-1097 or email me at votetimedgar@gmail.com. Please share this video and check out my other videos on my Facebook page at tim.p.edgar. Thank you.